We are back with another pro player point of view. Today we're watching I Am Magic. Again, this is game number 4 of the EGC upper bracket Genesis tournament. So many words. We're watching I Am Magic play against the Rappel. He's playing the Zeus against Uranus on the map Kurlauga. Kurlauga's this weird Anatolia style map where you can walk in a lot of the sea. So it's like, do you go hard on the water? Probably not. Early bolt onto an Oracle, because there's only 3 guys gathering favor. That is really interesting. So he wants to limit the favor and the potential cow grabbing of the Rappel, which is a really interesting use of the bolt. Something that Uranus gets is he gets so much favor income. So just limiting that early on, you get so much favor early, and the game is paused. Oh, we are back. The pause has stopped. That was just a player pause. Nothing technical difficulties happening in this one. So we have seen that early bolt on the Oracle. So that will be limiting the favor income of the Rappel's Uranus. Uranus gets an insane amount of favor, so bolting that early on, nice idea. Because, I mean, what are you using bolt for? Maybe using it on a myth unit. But the early myth units from Uranus aren't really that strong. So maybe you're using it in the heroic age. So you might as well use it now, get some value. It's basically stopping the favor income, stopping you getting as many sky passages out. So why not? So this map, as we were saying, is Kurlauga. So something really interesting about this map is you can put docks even in the water. So you can get some really efficient little spots here. So I think just before the pause, I was saying, what do you want to do? Do you want to go pure water? No, not really, because ships aren't as strong as they used to be. If this was Legacy and there was a map like this, you would want to go for so many ships, because one ship can beat so many units, whereas now it's a little bit more even. So you definitely don't want to go pure water, but maybe getting out a couple of ships to raid, or getting out your Minotaurs, maybe some Minotaur upgrades to then go and harass some of the villagers. He's doing really well here to get this Oracle to not gain more favor. Maybe Magic is planning to do this because he wants to go for some kind of mass myth units. He wants to go for lots of centaurs. He wants to go for lots of Minotaurs, and this is limiting the amount of favor that the Uranus player can realistically get. And he's going to be trying to snipe these Oracles down for the remainder of the game. He's going to be searching for them constantly. And really, really good, really nice play. Something that you don't really see enough of, but not in my opinion, you don't see enough of. Prioritizing these, because they are basically like mini villages that you want to raid there. So it looks like the Rappel got the Uranus dock over this side first, and then he's going for a second side. Magic doing the opposite, getting a second dock up. Is getting a temple, and he's got 310 food. Going to go for, what's this, the 35 seconds, so going to go for a 5-minute advance time. So deciding to go for a more boomy type play, trying to get the docks up, trying to get as much fish out as possible, rather than going for the opposite. You could go for a really early advance time, just getting 1 dock up, maybe getting 3 or 4 fish, and then going up to the next stage, getting your Minotaurs, getting your heroes out really early to raid. But instead, he wants to get out as many fish as he possibly can. What I would do in this position is probably go through Athena, get loads of hoplites. Hoplites are good against anything that Rappel wants to make. If he goes for pure Terma, then maybe you can go hoplite and Hippias to counter the mass Terma, because Termas are very, very fast. Looks like he wants to get another dock on this side, and you can get some really efficient docks. This fish is outside the map. Probably caused due to the pause. Just trying to scout over here. Town centre down the bottom. Really, really far away town centre. It's got a little bit of food on it. Kind of defensive food. This one here, got some berry bushes. Gold mines. Where are the gold mines? We've got one right in the corner over here. Got 2 forward, similar to Anatolia. This is how Anatolia spawns, with the forward gold. But differently to Anatolia, we have some on the outside. And I assume there'll be one here, or maybe one this side, because the maps are pretty even in Retold compared to some of the original Legacy maps. So still getting fish out. Just stop the fishing ships. Villagers split. Obviously got lots on food, but most of them are inefficient fish workers. Then we've got gold here. He might be going for a fast heroic, looking by this. Get the early heroes out to do some damage, but no, he's going for what we said before, which is the military academy, going full hoplites. Only got 1 villager on the temple, so deciding not to really go for mass Minotaurs at least. Maybe you can get out a second one early. Getting out a trireme here to deal with this. Already got the Jason out, found Armor of Achilles. Infantry vulnerability to hack attacks is less, so that makes it even better. And he spotted another Oracle. These Oracles are going down really quickly. This scout is looking for Oracles that might be sneaking on the side of the map. Aranos wants to go for as many Oracles as he possibly can. Heroizes that one, because what you get with the Valor is they get their HP back, but that means that the Valor's gone down, so not all bad. Minotaur coming out to harass the fish. Trireme to harass the fish. Double hoplites coming out. Maybe you'll get the Hippias coming out later. If he sees the double Terma, we can see that the Terma are coming through, but Magic does not as of yet. But you just assume. But he has got the medium hoplite already in. As much as the Jason is putting in work, this is such a good upgrade, but maybe not against Mass Terma so far, so maybe it's not so important to get it back. What I was going to say is I want him to bring it back, but actually just having the Jason in the fight to deal with anything, to deal with the Prometheans. He has such a big bonus damage. 12 times bonus damage is insane. Fortunately, this Minotaur is going to get sniped, so he's going to have to position his hoplites in a way that it's going to deal with those. I'd expect a stable to come up, but actually what he's doing is just going mass hoplite, even more. Husbandry coming out, and he isn't building any more hoplites though. So whether or not he just wants to get out enough to harass and deal with any enemy threats, and then he's going to go to the heroic age potentially, some sort of bronze timing. It's something that we've seen on some of the other water maps. So the water maps like Midgard, that's something that we've seen some sort of early harass into bronze timing with the Hydras. Could be really nice. Terma here. The issue with this is if Magic turns and fights, the Terma are just going to run away. Somebody of Rappel's caliber is going to be able to do some very decent Terma micro, and Terma can be very frustrating. Jason's back with his relic for the hoplites, which is nice. Managing to see a snipe on this villager. Unfortunately, the villager was Alt-Est or Shift-Est as it is now, and put on stand ground stance. And this is what we're saying. The hoplites can never catch them unless the Rappel just decides to not pay attention, or well, accidentally not pays attention. We can see it is just mass Terma, and we are seeing the semi-fast heroic through Dionysus, which is the bronze timing. But what you need to do is you need to use bronze in an aggressive way. If he uses bronze in a defensive way, the Terma can just run away and not be a problem. So we see here this really low HP villager. Rather than keep him building houses or on the gold mine, he's brought him back to be right next to the town center, which is just something that the really high level players do. It's just something so small, seemingly so small, but it's such a good play to do. Sarissa coming in, which is the extra range on these hoplites, which is going to be good for the Terma that want to run away. Unfortunately, just didn't try. Gets caught in the berry bush. That happens to me as well. The pathing around berry bushes is just really bad. He's pre-queuing Persine. Persine you can get in the heroic age. Extra gather rate for your fish. 75%. Okay, that's pretty ridiculous. So it makes the fish pretty good, rather than not very good as they are now. Some harassment from the Catascopus. I know you're not allowed to do that in the archaic age. I assume you're allowed to do it after you get past the classical age. But the rules of this tournament are you're not allowed to do that in the archaic age, just because there's nothing that you can do against it apart from bring units back. But in the classical age, you should have units back to deal with that. So Hydra in, no favor gatherers. I think the low HP guy was the favor gatherer. So deciding to just keep on the 27. How much Hydras cost? They cost 28. So if he wants more Hydras, he's going to have to go on that. And getting out the Peltas. Peltas deal with Terma very well. Really quick micro there on the fishing ships. Doesn't need to pull in all of them and can push them back out as and when. We'll probably get some watchtowers up, maybe. I mean, also can just pull away. Some good micro for the Peltas. Peltas are going to deal with this so well, but they need to make sure that they don't get caught out themselves because there's so many Termas. But actually, the 4 Peltas managed to push them back there. And then we're seeing a bit of harassment come from everything else. So Peltas here to defend, and then everything else forwards. Needs to bring some of these back onto the gold mine. Because he's out of gold, so can't build any more Peltas. But more concentrating on getting the aggression, stopping this. The Scylla is out. Scylla's a very strong myth unit, gets more heads, it deals damage. So you want to get that to work as soon as possible. And then what you can do is get more fish economy. Probably won't. It's quite risky to do so. Hot plate's very strong against buildings. As Zeus, you get a 1.5 times multiplier and can try and run away here. Does he have? Yeah, he has copper shields, and he's getting that Aegis shield, which is even more pierce armor. So it makes the hot plates very strong against the Terma. Shockwave coming in, gonna try and get some bits off, but the Shockwave does bring the hot plates into the Terma's way. So actually, maybe the Shockwave wasn't the best play, and he's not paying attention here. So Magic is getting some really, really good value against these Terma. So Shockwave down, and the hot plates managed to get some damage done. So nice here. Cleared up this entire side. Managed to deny the dock. Now all of his units are here. Got a few Peltasts out. Apart from that, the rest hot plates. Probably going to go for heavy hot plates at some point. Manages to catch a citizen. The Minotaur can just chase that one down on his own. But actually just going to bring all his units back to deal with these docks. Heroic Age, Thea. Fine, he's got his heroes out. That is not what I wanted. He's got all of his heroes out. So those flying Stymphalian birds aren't going to be a problem at all for Magic here. Managing to go to this forward gold mine. What he'll want to do is drop a fortress on here soon, so he'll need to get a villager back on the favor if he wants to start dropping fortresses down. But it's normally the easiest way to defend against a gold mine, especially Termas. What a Terma's going to do against fortresses. It will take them a calendar year to be able to take one of those down. But it's one of those things with the favor gather rate. He wanted to leave one on there, it got low HP, and he just forgot to put another one on. That's what I imagine. And he has got one coming back on there, so he noticed. Prometheans out. Lots of Prometheans, lots of myth units, which is what you want to do against the Greek army, because Greeks do not have many heroes, but the heroes are in to deal with the Stymphalian birds. The heroes are very, very strong, though, and bronze timing to just push these back. Look how much HP these have. And then bronze with the restoration. Very, very strong combo. It's almost like the Ancestors Eclipse of the Greeks, of Zeus, and you can just push back. There's nothing that Rapple can really do against this. He could get watchtowers in, or he does have quite a few Carabalisters that deal decent damage, and the choke point is with him. But the Hydra's there. The Hydra's got 5 heads, and he's lost 40 HP. So whenever he whacks, look how much damage he does to the myth units. Gets 2 times damage versus myth units, so he's doing 240 myth unit damage per hit. I mean, just look at that. He isn't going against the myth units. Okay, bronze down. Got the full value of bronze there. And how many heroes does Rapple actually have? Magic needs to go and snipe down these enemy heroes, which he is doing with his archers here. And the Hydra needs to just carry on dealing the damage. Look, I mean, he's got so much value from this one free Hydra. Look at them. 2 shots the Dryad. And he's just gonna get away now. He's put on the pressure, and you can see from the score difference here. And he's got so many units. Heavy hot plates in. Got so many upgrades for them. And he's got his extra hack armor from that relic that he picked up earlier. And these buildings are going to go down so quick. With the 5-headed Hydra, the 26 Zeus hot plates. But doesn't want to overstep. Wants to scout this out, because he knows he's going to have to be on a second gold mine, because it's like past the 12-minute mark, which is going to be the latest that someone's still on their first gold mine, unless they were sharing gold mines. But he has full map pressure, so he knows he has to be on this side or the other side. So first things first, take down the Sky Passage, and it looks like the Rapple isn't going to jump in time. Oh, and then he's going to lose all of these. Unfortunately, he wasn't paying attention to this side, and these hot plates just going to go to town over here. Or he knew, and he just needed the gold income, and that is it. Magic claims the set. Really nice play with this. We predicted it from the start. It's such a strong Zeus strat to go for the bronze and force the opponent to attack the bronze units. Hot plates, so good against the Terma because they have that bonus damage, and all the upgrades from Athena. Really well played. If you want to check out the games, more games from both perspectives, it's on EGC TV. I'll link Magic's YouTube account in the description if you want to check it out. I do that for all of the games. Any of the players, I'll link their socials, and I'll see you in the next one.